If you're an experienced grower and have tried growing using a variety of different growing methods, you may have found that using media-based systems, your plants are more prone to oversaturation, reduced oxygenation and reduced growth. When water and nutrient solution are added to the growing media, the substrate can become heavy and compacted. This can make it difficult for oxygen to reach the root zone and for the root network to spread. So how can growers prevent these problems from happening? Continue watching to find out how the IWS Flood Drain Trident can help solve this. Flood and drain systems, also known as ebb and flow, effectively deliver water and nutrient solutions to plants. The flood and drain technique draws large amounts of air into the substrate as it drains after each cycle. Flood and drain systems are incredibly versatile and scalable, suitable for small hobby grows all the way up to large commercial operations. These systems also work with a variety of growing media, including clay pebbles, cocoa coir and rock wool. Now you know exactly what a flood and drain system is, let's take a closer look at the IWS Trident. IWS Trident comes in kits from 6 to 48 pots. That means when you get your kit, you will have the same number of outer pots and cloth inner pots as the kit that you've ordered. All IWS Trident kits are pro systems, so your fittings and pipe work are all 25mm, so that's all your fittings and your pipe. And then you also get your control unit with your remote timer, your pump and your IWS Flexi Tank. Designed specifically for flood and drain systems, Plant Magic 6040 Supreme provides excellent aeration, nutrient retention and drainage. It contains a premium mix of 60% clay pebbles and 40% cocoa. These inert ingredients give growers exceptional control over the nutrient uptake of the plants. It also provides a unique air to water ratio around the root zone, resulting in healthier, more explosive growth. This combination also prevents nutrient lockout caused by oversaturation. This makes Plant Magic 6040 Supreme the ideal choice of growing media when using an IWS Flood and Drain Trident. Now you've seen everything that IWS Trident has to offer, let's pop over to Ian in the grow room.
Cheers, Jasmine. What we've got here is the new IWS Trident system, and I just want to break it down and show you how it works. The Trident system comes in a 16 litre and a 25 litre pot. So this is what the pot looks like. You've got a stand now built into the pot, so the pot stands off the floor with the stand. You have a grommet what sits in here with a T or an elbow. Inside you have the cloth pot, which easily comes out when you're ready to get rid of it. And in the bottom you can see these rods. These are root rods, because what happens, the roots come through the bottom of the pot, wrap around the root rods and stop the roots going down the lines. That was one of the issues we had with the original IWS or some of the flood and drain systems which are on the market. The roots will always try and go down the easiest option, which is always down the hole, following the water. This doesn't do that because the roots actually wrap around there and we don't want to go down the hole. So it's a really good system and stops it getting blocked. I'll quickly show you how the pot works. So you look in there, you can see you've got the grommet. The grommets are a little bit hard to move, but better when they're warm. So I'll try and warm them up in the grow room before you start to use them. I know you've got to think the big end goes in first. I will try and show you how to pop them in. So you just squash them in, that sits seated in the hole. Get the lube, pour the lube around the grommet. These are the new fittings. You'll see this is where you connect the fill of a drain pipe. This is what goes inside the grommet. Give it a quick twist and that pops straight in like that. They don't leak. I've had a few people saying the grommets, do they leak? No, they don't leak. They're super, super tight. I'd probably replace them every 12 months or so, just to be on the sure side. But I've been using one now for a long time and we've had no issues whatsoever. They're great when you want to strip the system down. The old units used to keep the pro or the gland piece on the bucket, made it hard to stack up. When you're ready to stack them in the corner, just give it a quick twist. That comes out, everything stacks back up really, really easy. So I'll go through the brain. This is a pro brain, so this is what works on the Trident. The good thing about the Trident pots, they will work on existing IWS pots and systems. So if you've already got an IWS system in the room, you want to upgrade to the new Trident pots, all you need is the Pro Brain, which you've already got, some pipe work, and also the fittings and the tees for the Trident pot. Really easy to switch out to put the new one in. The timer is a really good timer. It's bulletproof. We haven't changed the design. On the left hand side, you can see you have the minutes there. So wherever you set that is for how long it feeds for. The minute is the timer, tells you what the time is. And then all you have to do is push one segment out like that. And as the timer comes round and hits that, it will click. If it clicks, it will then feed for that amount of time. If it's feeding and something's gone wrong, quickly turn it to cancel. The unit will drain back, turn it back to where it wants to be, and it won't feed again until it goes all the way around the timer. As it clicks, it will then start to feed. The great thing of these timers is the big bulging connector on the bottom. It's IP rated, so it's really good in a damp room. The Grassling timer has a quartz backup as well. It's not the cheapest timer we could put in there. That means even if power goes off to the brain, the timer will still go around, making sure your plants are constantly fed when they need to be fed. A lot of the cheaper timers on the market will just basically stop when the brain stops and not feed at all, so it could cause you a load of issues. At least this system carries on feeding when it needs to feed. You got the big bulging connector which fits in the bottom. That's completely IP rated. Also, what you'll notice, there is no mains power into this, so it's super safe. I think it's a 24 volts into here, so there's no main power goes up that, so it's completely safe. A little bit about the Pro Brain, which connects to the Trident. You'll see it's got the big 25mm outlets on the front. Quickly open it up. Don't know if you can see inside. What you have there is the 3,000 litre an hour CC pump, so it floods and drains really quick. And then you have a float valve, so when the top float valve lifts, that's basically how much water will be kept in the system. When the float valve drops down again, it will drop all the way down to the bottom, and the bottom float valve turns the system off. So it's a two float valve system. Top float valve cuts it off. When the time runs out, the float valve will drop as the water drains away. When the bottom float valve drops, it will basically stop. The great thing about IWS, if there's any water seeps back into the brain, even when you're not feeding or when you're draining, what it will do is lift that float valve and turn it on again, making sure the plants aren't sat in water at any time. So thanks for listening. Back to G.A.S in the studio.
As you've seen from Ian in the grow room, the IWS Trident is designed for quick and easy setup and for growing more resilient, healthier plants with bigger yields. If you enjoyed this week's product focus, make sure you subscribe and press the bell notification so you'll be notified of next week's product focus, and leave a comment below and press the like button. Thanks for watching. Bye. That's very cool.